Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Today, I'm going to finish preparing the 1961 postal Gravely I bought 11 months ago. So far, what I did to it was, when I first got it, it wanted to start, but it wouldn't start. So what I did was I took the points out. I replaced the points. I'm pretty sure I put brand new points in this one. I saved the old ones because they could be cleaned and use them on some other project. And I had to clean out the carburetor a few times already. And I think I've gone through about two fuel filters already. And I'm noticing that there's a whole bunch of crud in this one already. It's got rust in it and dirt or whatever. But I'm going to leave this filter on it. So I figure what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to take the fast idle jet out in one piece. I'm going to take the low adjustment jet out, and I'm going to pull the drain off the bottom here. I'm going to run some carburetor cleaner or brake clean, probably brake clean I have on hand, through the inlet here. And also I'm going to spray through the fast idle jet, try to get that cleaned out pretty good. The last time I had it running, it ran okay, I guess, but I'm just going to do it for a precaution. And the same thing here with the low idle adjustment here. I'm going to run some carburetor cleaner or brake clean, whatever I have on hand, through there. And what I intend to do with this today is I put the mower deck on it, and we're going to mow the little field. This will probably be a two-part series. I don't know if you guys saw one of my videos with the 1961 Model L that I'm selling. The key in the hub here was sheared. It was just barely hanging on, and luckily I caught that and I pulled it apart and I changed it. Well, this is what I found with this one now. Okay, on the same side. That's how loose this is. So we're going to tighten both nuts up real good here. The other side's tight. I made sure that was tight already. What I did was I adjusted the clutches so they engage tightly, normally. Before it was just like falling into gear. So we corrected that problem. And what I did was I took one of my hitches, spare hitch, and I put it on this tractor, because these tractors came with no hitch on them as far as I knew. What else did I want to talk to you about? As far as restoring this Gravely, it's next to impossible. I'm not that good at it to begin with. And where would you get all these decals? I have no idea. And this has the original muffler on it. What they did was they put these cages on here. It's a modification. The post office probably wanted, a government issue. In the late 1980s, the shop I was working at, we used to work on the post office vehicles. And these new type mail trucks that you see took the place of the AM General. They were Jeeps. They were delivering the mail. And they came out, I think, 1988 or 1990. They came out with the, what it was, it's a General Motors chassis with a Grumman body on it, which they're still using today. And I'm sure they've replaced them, but they expected them to last like 20 years. But there was modifications on those that we used to have to do. So I'm guessing the same thing happened with the Gravely's here, because they mark everything. And of course they're painted yellow. And the one thing I didn't like was I changed the oil last year when I first got it 11 months ago. And usually you have like a petcock here that you open, and if oil runs out, that means the oil is full. This one has a plug in it. I'm sure that was a government upgrade also on it. And as you can see here, I changed the oil and the filter. I put a new filter on it. And the shipper shaft here, the power takeoff, was a little seized up, so I corrected that problem. So that goes in nicely and comes out. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's get moving with the carburetor. I'll set up the camera and then we'll start it up. Okay, the low idle adjustment here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see how many turns that this is turned out. You know, this is all the way in. Wonder why. I have no idea. Alright, so we're going to have to adjust everything up as soon as we get it to run. What I'm going to do is I'm going to screw it in all the way when we're done. And then what I'm going to do is turn it out like a half a turn or a turn. And see how it runs then. And that what I did with a simple screwdriver. Okay, then we're going to take the 1/2-inch wrench and we're going to turn this. We're going to take this whole assembly out here. First, what I like to do is pull this hose off here so we can gain access to everything halfway decently. Okay, loosen the whole assembly here. Oh, this is the wrong wrench. Okay, what I did was I took the whole thing out. You can probably see it. And then when you adjust this, make this adjustment on here, once you have this all the way back in the carburetor, you take a 5/16 wrench and you just loosen this a little bit so you can turn this to adjust the fast idle speed. It's a fast idle jet, this is. Now we're going to take a 7/16 wrench and we're going to take off the bottom drain bolt. It's a plug, it's not a bolt, but you know what I mean. Not too cruddy in there, it's not bad at all. Now we get our brake clean. Okay, it's just a little tricky sometimes getting the straw in there where you want it, where the jet actually goes in. Okay, we got it. No, we don't. There we go. You can hear it going through the carburetor, and it's coming out the low idle jet here, and out the carburetor throat down here. That's how you know that you have this draw in there, right? Now we're going to do the same thing up on top here. Yep, we got it. Okay. Now we're gonna hook. No, we're not going to hook that up yet. I'm going to spray some through here, through the carburetor, the fuel inlet tube. Everything's coming out pretty nice and clear. Now I'm going to hook up the fuel line. Now we turn the gas on. And we'll see how it runs out the plug under here, which is running out really good. Okay, now I'm going to shut off the fuel supply. We tighten this clamp before we forget. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing when I first got this. It wanted to start. It would run for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And then, you know, being that it was so long, I forgot, you know, that it was possibly the points. The points were just dirty enough or crusty enough to make it get a little spark, but not enough to fire it up. But I'm pretty sure this one was the one I put the brand new points and condenser in. So we should be alright as far as that goes. Like I said, I had it running in the fall, I think it was, 2019. And now this is June 2020, so. Alright, let's put this plug in the bottom here. I usually like to take this hose all the way off, but I chose not to this time. I don't want to break these hoses. These hoses are old. This tractor has original everything on it. On the other side, you'll notice there's a cage that goes around the muffler. Like, it's the original muffler, but the muffler's gone. And I don't want to take away any of the originality of it. So, it just has to stay like that. With a loud muffler. Okay, now we're going to turn the gas back on. Make sure that bowl gets filled up. Yeah, it's leaking out of here, so it's pretty good. I'll shut the gas back off. Put this jet back in. It probably was already clean, but I figured I'd clean it out again because it's still having a problem, rust problem, going through the fuel system here, and the filter's catching it. So sooner or later I'll have to put another fuel filter on it. What I did was, when I first got it, was I didn't want to take anything apart on this thing. Best thing to do is take the gas tank off and flush it out. You know, turn it upside down, whatever you gotta do. But what I did was I just put some gas in it, drained it out, and then I took my magnet and stuck it in there, and I got a lot out with the magnet. So that worked out okay. But like I said, there's still rust in there in the tank. Alright, so we didn't touch the adjustment on here on this high speed adjustment here, so it should start without any problems as far as that goes. Now we'll stick our low idle jack, and I'll turn it out like a half a turn or so. I don't know why that was screwed all the way in, but it was screwed all the way in. You don't want to over tighten this, just snug it up till it's snug. And now I'm going to just turn it out a half, maybe 3/4 of a turn. I'll turn that out. This still even has the original clamps on the air filter hose here. Everything's original on this thing, and I don't want to take any of the originality away from it. Okay, now I'm going to get ready to start this. Okay, I see that we're already 17 minutes into this video here, so I'm going to stop it here, and what I'm going to do is in part 2, it'll be the startup and mowing the little field. Thanks for watching, everybody.